News dropped late this morning that Special Prosecutor Pete Skandalakis filed a motion to drop all charges remaining in the Georgia election interference case. Fox 5's Eric Perry has followed this story throughout and joins us now here on set with the night's new details. Eric?
Yeah, really a surprise this morning. Just before noon, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee granted that motion to dismiss the case in its entirety against the 15 remaining defendants, including the president. For sure, a major blow to Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, who initially brought the racketeering case forward. A shocking 22-page motion to dismiss all charges in the racketeering case against President Donald and 14 co-defendants. The motion submitted by the newly appointed prosecutor over the case, Pete Skandalakis, the director of the Prosecuting Attorneys Council of Georgia, who appointed himself lead in the case on November 14th, citing he could not find anyone else to take the job. It is a detailed motion. Skandalakis states that the citizens of Georgia are not served by pursuing this case in full for another 5 to 10 years. He also says, quote, given the complexity of the legal issues at hand, ranging from constitutional questions and the supremacy clause to immunity, jurisdiction, venue, speedy trial concerns, and access to federal records, and even assuming each of these issues were resolved in the state's favor, bringing this case before a jury in 2029, 2030, or even 2031 would be nothing short of a remarkable feat. The racketeering charges were filed against then former President Trump and 18 others by Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, who launched a lengthy investigation into Mr. Trump's alleged interference in the Georgia election in early 2021.
This is exactly what many of us predicted to happen from the very beginning. This has been a flawed case from its very start. The RICO approach was overly broad. It was not a good fit for this. This was a federal case, not a local case. It should never have been put at the feet of Fulton taxpayers.
What's shocking is that Pete Skandalakis, I thought, would have took a little bit more time to at least converse back and forth with Judge McAfee to see if there was any other possible situation to move this case forward.
We sat down with Georgia gangs Theron Johnson and Brian Robinson to get their reaction. They did not hold back.
I think there's a lot of egg on the face of Fani Willis. I think that this will damage her permanently. I do think there'll be a legitimate challenge to her the next time she runs for district attorney.
I believe that the district attorney is doing a good job. She's keeping crime down. She's putting bad people in jail. But this case, unfortunately, because of personal conduct, which I think was a mistake on her part, is what really taint this case. Not the merits, not the fact that these folks were indicted wrongfully.
President Trump's lead Georgia defense counsel, Steve Sadow, sent us this statement saying, quote, the political persecution of President Trump by disqualifying DA Fani Willis is finally over. This case should never have been brought. A fair and impartial prosecutor has put an end to this lawfare. All right, a lot to take in there. Yes, we know President Trump has responded on Truth Social, saying in part, law and justice have prevailed in the great state of Georgia as the corrupt Fani Willis witch hunt against me and other great American patriots has been dismissed in its entirety. Now, we did reach out to the Fani Willis's office. We have not heard back there, but so much to break down that we didn't even get to. You know, the county could be on the hook to cover the defense bills and all of this there. We heard some statements or some from other co-defendants in this, like Rudy Giuliani. We'll have that on our website.
Yeah, because you got to think they're going to come back and sue for attorney's fees. And one remembers what a huge deal and spectacle this was during the election when Trump rolled into town, his motorcade rolled through those neighborhoods.
I was at the airport watching it come down.
Right, I remember.
We were all there.
Fulton County Courthouse to get that now famous mugshot taken.
Something that came in with such fanfare and it's leaving with very little, actually, kind of quietly. All right, Eric, thanks.
Thanks, Eric.